So the solutions for this, how many solutions does it have? Well, we got to look and figure out the power or degree of the polynomial. So the power or degree is I have x to the first power, x to the first power, and then x to the second power. So if we add all this up, when I multiply all this stuff out, I'll have a term that is x to the fourth power. So that's a fourth degree polynomial. That means that it has the potential of having 4 solutions. Now, the solutions can be real or complex, okay? So this equation has 4 solutions. That's the first question that they ask us. But what are the real solutions? Well, I just got to set each one of these factors to 0, okay? So if I say x minus 3 equals 0, and I add 3 to both sides, I get x equals 3. So that's one real solution, okay? I get x equals a number, so that's a real solution. And if I do the next one, if I say x squared plus 4, and I set it equal to 0, and you might say, well, why do we set it equal to 0? Well, the only way I can get 0 is if this equals 0, and this equals 0, and this equals 0. In other words, 0 times 0 times 0 equals 0. So by taking each one of these factors and setting them equal to 0, I'm finding the value of x that makes the stuff inside the parentheses equal to 0. On this next one, I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides, and I get x squared equals negative 4. Now, to get rid of this square, I take the square root, and whatever I do on one side of the equal sign, I do to the other. However, this becomes x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 4, which is 2, but because I have a negative, I have to remember that that's 2i. So that's a complex solution, right? Because the square root of negative 1 is I, and then the square root of 4 is 2. So this is a complex solution. And there's 2 of them, right? There's the positive 2i and the negative 2i. And then lastly, we're going to do this one here where we say x plus 1 is equal to 0. And so we subtract 1 from both sides, and I get x equals negative 1. That is a real solution. So my real solutions, because that's what the question is asking for, are going to be x equals 3 and x equals 1. So I have 4 solutions total because there's 2 solutions here, right? But those are complex, and then I have 4 solutions. And so the question asks, what are the real solutions? So you would say negative 1 and 3. Does that make sense?